So hi guys, if you clicked on the video, you know I'm going to be talking about a Dps Crusader build today. And this is a build I found out by accident. My friends were complaining in the T1 rifts or Torment 1 rifts that they kept dying and they needed me to tank. So I chose the Provoke Charged Up ability, which is coordinate build. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you guys what I use personally, and then I'm going to show you what the core of the build is. So personally, I use Punish and Roar. I think this is what everybody uses. It's really good for dealing damage and giving you that extra defense. Blessed Hammer Thunderstruck. This is core to the build. I'll explain this in a second. Akarat's Champion Rally is core to the build as well, but I think everybody uses this one, or they use the Fire Starter one. Provoke Charged Up is core to the build. It's essentially the ability that you need, these two right here, for the build. Heaven's Fury Blessed Ground is a part of the build. You don't have to use this one, but I highly recommend it. I'll explain in a second. Laws of Valor Critical. This is a personal preference to me. It's really good when I need to farm those T4 or T3 rifts with my friends. You know, it gives that 100% crit hit damage, which is really good with this passive right here. So you apply this and you're just dealing a crap ton of damage. Heavenly Strength, that's because I use a really good two-handed sword. Finery, this is self-explanatory. It gives you that extra damage, that extra strength per socket gem. Wrathful is very important to this build. It basically continuously heals you as you're spamming these infinitely, which you'll be able to do with this build. And just overall make you last longer in the fight. So the core of this build is Provoke Charged Up, Akarat's Champion Rally, Blessed Hammer Thunderstruck, and Heaven's Fury Blessed Ground. These are essentially the ones you need to use the most, because Provoke's Charged Up. Now, Provoke is a really good ability by itself. It gives you that taunt, which helps you tank the mobs for your friends and gives you that wrath. So you can basically spam this a little bit more. But this is where it gets better. It's the Charged Up Rune right here. This is why this build is so good. It's because this Charged Up Rune procs on, as you can see, for 4 seconds. It for any damage you deal. So for the Blessed Hammer Thunderstruck, it not only procs on the hammer hitting, but also on the arcs. And for the Punish, it can proc on the basic attacks and the roar damage that explodes, which happens a lot. Now, the really nutty thing about this build is Akarat's Champion Rally. It says, each time you deal damage, there's up to a 50% chance to reduce the cooldown of your skills by 1 second. This is when this becomes really good. It's because this 50% damage procs this as well, which basically decreases your cooldowns by a lot. Like, you'll be able to spam Bombardment maybe 3 times during a fight that lasts like 10 seconds. So 3 bombardments in 10 seconds is a 60-second cooldown. Is really good on that rally proc. So another thing that happens is your Heaven's Fury Blessed Ground. It actually procs twice from the dot on the ground that Heaven's Fury gives, as well as the beam of light that comes through the sky. So it's proccing a lot. I used Law of Valor Critical in this build because it increases the damage of like the procs, because the procs actually crit as well, which makes you do more damage while you have this up. So you're basically sitting there spamming your hammers, and then the lightning around you that's arcing right now will actually deal an additional damage. So instead of dealing that 40 damage, you're actually dealing 90 weapon damage as lightning. So you can actually use lightning damage percentage in this build as well, that I don't currently have. I'm currently, this is like, I've only been using this build for maybe, I think about 5 days now. Since I think 2 days after the expansion came out. So it's a really good build. You're gonna have to be really tanky and have a lot of damage. You're gonna want a lot of resist for this build. As you can see, I have a lot of crit hit damage because those procs off of the 50% light damage do crit, which is very important. Like, you can do a cooldown reduction build to keep your Akarat's Champion and help spam your abilities better. I haven't tried that portion of the build yet, but I'm working on it currently right now. So I'm going to show you some examples of me using this build in T2, T3, and some mobs, and I'm going to show you what it procs with and how good it is. In this part of the video, I'm going to be demonstrating how both the Firewalkers at Heaven's Fury interact with the Charged Up rune on Provoke. I'm also going to be giving you some gameplay of me clearing Torment 3 and Torment 4 Elite Packs afterwards. And that'll be all for the video, so I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. We're gonna kill all enemies.
Mm-hmm. it's gonna suck. Damn, there's hella chest here. The fuck, that's it?
Yeah, we did it all.
Wow.
It was quick, actually. See if we get any good loot.
Let's
No.
check it.
Alright.